Hello friends, today we are solving this problem course schedule 4. So there are a total of numCourses. So numCourses is one number and you have to take level from 0 to numCourses minus 1. So if it is 10 then we would have like 0 to 9 are the levels of the courses. So you are given an array of prerequisites where prerequisites I equal to AI and BI. Okay, so this is an 2D array prerequisites, so which indicates that from course AI and course BI has a relation. Means if we want to complete a BI, we have to first complete AI. Okay, this is what it is saying. You must take course AI first if you want to take course B. So for example 01, this indicates that if you want to complete the course 1, then you have to first complete 0. So that's a kind of just a prerequisite of the courses. So prerequisite can also be indirect. So now we will take an example. For example, let's say we have a course, we have the high school course, right? So if high school is the one requiring things, so if we want to complete 12th standard, first we have to complete high school, right? High school course, then only we will go to the 12th standard. Okay, and if we want to complete the graduation, then we have to complete 12th as well. So let's say graduation we are saying. Okay, now what will happen here is like, if we want to complete 12th, we must do the prerequisite course high school. If we want to complete the graduation, then we must do the prerequisite course 12th standard. So with this we also can say that if we want to complete the graduation course, we also, this high school is also indirectly a prerequisite only, right? Without this high school we cannot complete 12th, and without 12th we cannot complete graduations. So we can find a relation that if now I can say in general that if a course A is prerequisite for course B, okay, and course B is a prerequisite for the completion of course C, then we can also say with this relation that A is also a prerequisite for the completion of the course C. So we have found this relation. So with this relation we can solve our question. So how it is fitting in our case, let me remove these all. So I am removing it. Okay, now it is clean. So now we'll look for our thing. So what it is given in the question is, if you go down, let's take one example. Let's take third one. Okay, so we are given this kind of thing. So there are total 3 number of courses, and these are the prerequisite for them. Okay, so it is something like this. So we can draw like this. So let's say this is the course 1 and this is the course 2, and there is the one more course called 0. So what is the relation here is, to complete 2 we have to prerequisite as 1. So let me draw there itself. It is something like this. It is like this. Okay, so see here, to complete 2 we need to complete 1. So 1 is the prerequisite for 2, and for completion of 0, 1 and 2 both are the prerequisite. Okay, so our prerequisite would be looks like this. See here, 1 to 2, 1 to 0, 2 to 0. Okay, so this indicates the relationship. So you can visualize it here. 1 to 2 we have, so 1 is the prerequisite for the 2. Similarly 1 to 0 means to complete 0 we have prerequisite 1, and similarly for 2 as well. 2 is also a prerequisite for completion of 0. So basically to complete 0 we have the prerequisite both of them, 1 and 2. So this is what we have to do. Now what will happen is, we have a query array. See here, this is the query array. So we have to return a list of answers which will be so that is this a prerequisite or not. For example here, if we take this query example, so this query is like this, 10. So what would be the 10 answer? So we will check that, hey, is this 1 is a prerequisite for completion of 0? So it would be true, right? Because you can say 1 is basically a prerequisite for the completion of 0. So 1 0 query would give us true. So what is the next query? Next query is the 1 2. So what would be the answer of 1 2? So see here, 1 2. So for completion of 2, do we have a prerequisite as 1? Yes, we have. See here, there is a 1 2 2. We have a row, this arrow. So we can say this, yeah, this is also true. Okay. Now if we would have, let's say, one more thing, for example, we would have like this 2 and 1. What would be the answer of it? Is 2 a prerequisite for the completion of 1? No, there is no relation from 2 to 1, right? So we can say this would be false. So this all list we have to return for that query array. Okay, so our approach would be simple. If you guys know about the, we call that Floyd Warshall algorithm, but don't worry, there is nothing special in Floyd Warshall. If I don't call this name, then also you would be understanding it, so you don't have to be like specifically ready for Floyd Warshall. That's a very obvious algorithm. So what is the same relation that we found, that A to B and B to C, then A also C? So that relationship we would be using. So first of all, whatever is given the in prerequisite, what we will do is we will create an array. We will create an array. Let's say I would be calling it relation. Okay, so if I call a relation array, which would be a 2D array. Okay, 2D array of the size whatever is the number of courses. Let's say in this case there are 3 courses, then it would be a 3 by 3 array. Okay, it would be a 3 by 3 array. So we can, this would be a boolean type. Okay, because we are returning the boolean list, right? So what we can do here is it would be something like this. So we would have 0 1 and 2. This would be a 3 by 3, right? 0 1 and 2. This boolean array, we call it relation. Now what we will do is we will take this prerequisite here. See here, 1 to 2 is a path, right? 1 to 0, 2 to 0. So we will fill there true directly. 1 to 2, 1 to 2, 1 to 0 and 2 to 0. Okay, so let me fill that. Okay, so see here, 1 to 2, where is 1 to 2? It is here, so we will put it here true, right? And similarly we will go here, 1 to 0, 1 to 0 is also true, right? Now we will go to 2 to 1. So 2 to 1 is basically, so whatever is given there, we are just going for this. 1 to 2 is 0, 1 to 0 is true. So let me go. Then we have 2 to 0. Yeah, so we have 2 to 0, 2 to 0 is also true. So initially we have found this thing, right? All others are by default false. So guys, we can fill it like this, that if we want to get the relation from any source to any target, okay, then what we have to do is either this should be already filled, right? If it is already true or false, whatever it is. So either it should be like relation of whatever we have, like src and the target. We want to find the relationship between the src and target, whether this is a prerequisite or not. So there could be either already given a direct thing in prerequisite, or we can have the one more thing, either this is already given, or it could be like relationship of, if we have like src to any intermediate, okay, where intermediate could be any course, right? So src to any intermediate course, if there is a thing, okay, this, if this is true, and also from that intermediate to target is also true, right? So we can make an ampersand, and for same this thing relation. So as we know that if this is true, then we can say, so we will write here this intermediate, let's say intermediate int to tgt. Okay, So we will make this as the TGT. Now you can understand it clearly that if we want to find any relationship between course source to target for the prerequisite, we can say that either it is directly given in the our prerequisite list, or if there is an intermediate course that from relationship SRC is a prerequisite for this intermediate course, and from this intermediate course to the target is also a prerequisite, then we can directly say that relationship SRC and TGT would also be the prerequisite. So this relationship, using this relationship, we will fill this entire relation array. So then we would have a pre-calculated calculation for every course, every pair of course. Now using this SRC, this relation course 2D array, we can directly fetch for any query which would give us answer. So you can see here my code. So see here, first of all I created this relation 2D boolean array which is of numCourse columns and numCourse of size, because we have that many courses only. Then this is my answer list because it requires the list of boolean answers. Now see here, prerequisites is already given to us, so all those which are already given I am filling into this relation array. Okay, so this is already true because this is given in the prerequisite itself. Now we have to find for any number, right? So what I am doing here, see here, this is I equal to 0 to numCourses. This could be our intermediate courses, right? So if we are going from any source to any target, we have these many intermediated. That is why I have taken on very first for the all intermediate courses. Now see here, if we want to check a relationship from SRC to any target, what we have to do is either it is directly given, directly like here it is already given, right? So either it is given like this directly, or so either it is given it directly, or if the relationship from SRC to any intermediate I and from relationship of course I to target. So if SRC is a prerequisite for I and this I is a prerequisite for the target, then we can directly say it would, the SRC would be also a prerequisite for the target. So we are filling this relation 2D array with this formula. Okay, so after this, after completing this formula, every queries would be there in the relation for any pair of the courses. So now what we are doing, we are going through this queries array, which is basically having that whether is there prerequisite or not. So we are directly fetching it from the relation. See here, relation of D0 first course and the D1 the second course of this cell D. So we are adding them into the answer list, and finally we are returning this answer. So let me execute my code. Yeah, so let me submit it. Yeah, so thank you for watching this video, and if you guys have any concern, please make a comment over there. Thank you.